Everybody get in here. Hit that like button. Show your love. Hit the like button, man. We about to get started. This is my Friday, so I expect everybody to show up, show love. Hit the super chat button. Hit the like button. And know this, Attila provided today's topic, man. It was Attila who brought this topic to light. You think I ain't? I'm going to make sure that all the germs is wiped up. We're going to clean it.
On all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free.
What up, y'all? Everybody hit that like button. Get in here.
With food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations.
The voice of reason up in the building.
Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community.
Y'all get at y'all brother.
About the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. Care enough. Care enough. Care enough. Care enough.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, teacher. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hit his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, the stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we
Alafia.
can see the light.
Everybody hit that like button. Let's go. Mr. Mazi. Odara. Iwoki. Alaje.
The messenger for me, dwelling at the crossroads on the woman. Search first, gatekeeper. Pathfind the path we die. He's a fighter, shapeshifter, and he'll protect your home. With the eyes in the front and the back of the head, to chase away evil forces. Moving, he can be instead. So long as you bring the offense. He's got the ashe I can't deny. I am a witness, I'll testify. This song, my oriki, my sacrifice to the one who can do and undo.
Hey everyone, I just got done recording a video on that thing that, when we've had too many heartbreaks, seen too many red flags, and we just know that this time the person we're getting involved with, we're sure They're going to hurt us. We're sure they're going to ghost us. We're sure they're going to slow fade. We're sure they're going to lie to us. We're sure that they're going to backpedal or do something. And so the video today was about asking each person that may have become a cynic to really measure how much is the baggage and the fear, because you've experienced it so many times. You are certain it's going to happen again. How much do you bring forward and project into the future as opposed to what might be possible? Because in order to have a relationship, we have to suspend our fear for a moment. And we have to actually entertain the possibility that it could be something valuable and wonderful. And if we can do that, we may just find our way to partnership, not for a moment to suggest that you forget or ignore red flags, or that you accept abuse or lower your expectations, but just that maybe you give yourself a breath and ask if maybe they might be okay. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR, the voice of reason, back in the building with another listener-provided topic. Now, this topic was given to me by one of our all-stars, Attila Phillips out of Houston, Texas. And she sent this topic to me weeks ago. And so I was finally able to, get her to send it to me again because I couldn't get into my email account because I got a new phone. And, you get a new phone, you got to remember all those passwords or create new ones, So I got a chance to look at what she sent. I asked her to send it back to me today. She sent it to me, and I was like, oh, we going with this. Very deep topic. Hopeful versus hopeless. Which one are you? Hope deferred. Is your hope for the ideal relationship making you sick? Heavy stuff. I said, what, Attila? She said, yes, sir, Unc. We about to cook with grease. I said, what kind? She said, grapeseed oil. I said, hey, let's do this. Hopeless versus hopeful. Which one are you? Hope deferred. Is your hope for the ideal relationship making you sick? What's your ideal relationship? And why is it constantly evading you? 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to the nation tonight, especially Los Angeles. The number to dial, you have a personal invite, VIP invite, Los Angeles. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Here's some questions. Is it possible to maintain objectivity while longing for connection? Longing, hoping, desiring, wishing. Is it possible to maintain objectivity while longing for connection? At what point can hope in finding your ideal relationship become a heart sickness? Wow. Do you know how many? I know why she sent me this topic. Oh, Lord. Do you know how many people? We'll get into that in a second. At what point can hope in finding your ideal relationship become a heart sickness? What are some of the symptoms of heart sickness due to a deferred hope of the right/ideal person or relationship? Do you find yourself becoming a cynic? After so many disappointments, after so many letdowns, after so many heartbreaks, do you find yourself going, you know what? Oh, God, Disney lied. At what point do you give up hope? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines right now. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I want to know. What personal responsibility do you have in creating your own heart sickness condition? Why do you believe your hope of the ideal relationship has been deferred? Sheesh. Gosh. Is hoping for the perfect relationship, the ideal person, the ideal situation, the ideal circumstance, is that equivalent to hoping you're going to win the mega millions tomorrow? 1-800-920-1580. I'm interested to know, right? How have your unhealed wounds and or attachment styles, maladaptive attachment styles, contributed to your inability to find and or maintain your ideal relationship? Yeesh. We got questions. What role does societal pressure play in shaping our hope for the ideal relationship? How does the media influence our perception of what an ideal relationship should be? And are you that weak to let social media tell you who you should be relating? Oh, here we go. 1-800-920-1580. Can the obsessive hope for the ideal relationship be a form of escapism from other areas of your life? What are the potential consequences of constantly yearning for the ideal person or relationship? Oh, Lord. When I come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to the phone lines. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's get this national discussion popping.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk.
All right. What up, y'all? What up, peeps? My peoples. How is everybody? Everybody good? Y'all know the routine. You got to hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button when you come in. As soon as you come in, get acclimated to hitting the like button. Also, our phone lines are open. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Of course, Attila, we're going to be hearing from you because you created this topic. All right? You created this topic. So I would love to hear your perspective on it. Suge Mac 510, what up? Can we get the super chats going early today? Because I think normally when we get a slow start, we never really catch up. So think of it in terms of 30s. If we go, we're already 15 minutes in. If we go from 7 to 7:30 and we got $30, boom, that's $1 a minute. Can we continue to support? How are you, Zoe? Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Cali Soul just jumped in. What up? What up? How is everybody doing? I'm staying on point. You know, I love your perspective. Where is Nikki? We haven't heard from Nikki in a minute, and we missed her on the last couple of topics. We done had some fire topics this week. Zoe, what up? Lighting the charcoals for the fire show. Yes, sir. Lloyd Hinton, man, thank you for that gift, brother. Thank you, brother. Ida, sometimes being alive is not enough. You know what? I might do that show Monday. Sometimes being alive is not enough. Truemonger, what up? You know why I say that? Because peep game. When a sick parent dies, we'll say, well, at least they're not suffering anymore. See, being alive and suffering, it ain't cool. Do you understand? Being like, you can say, well, I woke up this morning. But if you wake up and you're suffering, you wake up and you're in pain, you wake up and you're disillusioned, you know, sometimes just being alive ain't enough. Do you understand? And I'm saying that for a lot of people who feel that way. You know, life is beautiful when it's beautiful. Did you hear that? Life is beautiful when it's beautiful. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for?
I know that many of you watching this video right now will have lost hope. Hope that your love life is going to turn out the way you want. Maybe even hope that your life is going to turn out the way you want. This video that I'm about to show you is about hope. It is taken from my live retreat, and it is not my story. It is the story of someone so beautiful, so resilient, so inspiring. And I want you to watch it all the way through, because I challenge you by the end of this video not to have a renewed sense of hope about what's possible in your life. There was this one person on this program that called me up a couple of months back because she had had some things happen in her life since that program. And when she made that call, I heard it and I went, you got to come back. You got to come back, and I need you to tell other people what you've done, because wow. And so she came back this time, and I'm going to bring her up here, and we're just going to spend 5 minutes just talking about what she has done since, because her story is a very, very interesting one and so relevant to all of us. So, Angie, where are you? Oh, there she is. Okay. Give it up for Angela, everybody. How you doing? All right. Come join us over here. So, what year did you come to the retreat? Do you remember? Was it 2011, 12?
2008.
What?
Yeah. Obviously, you've got your books on your lap. When we went to retreat in Florida, Matthew gave us a black leather binder book, and I see he has a black leather book on your desk. Yeah. I still have the same one. I still have the map. I still have everything. I brought it with me today, but I left it with my mum. She's somewhere on the cloud. And when I see the lady sitting with her book there, like, I've still got the flight stamp.
Wow.
I've still got, like, the wee increases that we kept from the elephant herd. Like, and it's, now that's 10 years or 8 years now.
Wow.
Now, that clip, it takes a minute to get going, but I want everybody to go look it up. It's called Lost Hope, The Message You Need Right Now, Matthew Hussey, Hussey, right? I want you guys to watch that video and see the rest of the story, or hear the rest of the story. Very powerful work. But let me tell you something. Love, unconditional love, true love, does not hope. Many times you hear me say love is synonymous with God, right? Well, in the Quran of the Islamic faith, in the Arabic language, they say, Allahu as-Samad. Allahu as-Samad. You know what that means in English? Allah is needless. Needless. Allah has no needs. And I believe the same. Christians would believe the same about God, about the Christian God, right? They're all one and the same, just different names, right? God is needless. But I believe love, unconditional love, is synonymous with what you call God. Do you understand? Hope implies a need. I'm sorry. See, when you have love, you don't hope for anything. And many relationships are loveless. Why? Because they're transactional. Why? Because usually your wounds are the things in your spirit that has the largest appetite. And your partner is like Ralph's or Kroger's or Aldi or Sprouts or Whole Food. Your significant other comes in with the spiritual groceries to feed the insatiable desire of your unrequited wounds. And so, while we starve, those wounds can sometimes lie dormant, right? Piggly wiggly. Those wounds can sometimes lie dormant, like, say, a large reticulated python, or say a South American anaconda, right? And what happens with these large reptilians, they don't have to eat all the time. They get one big meal and then they can sit quiet for almost a year. They can sit quiet. See, sometimes your wounds will sit quiet. And when they see somebody that they say, oh, they can feed me, the expectations are now being co-written by these unrequited wounds. The hope and the desire that somebody comes in and shows up the right way. When you fill your cup, listen to me, I'm going through this right now. When you learn that only you can fill your cup, those wounds start to heal. Do you understand? And when they heal, you start to radiate what you used to crave, what you used to expect, what you used to desire. I'm going to ask the question again. Hope deferred. Is your hope for the ideal relationship making you sick? That's tonight's topic. Let me get my first caller on the line. We've got Berta from Los Angeles. Get in here.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, I am blessed, and tonight's topic, I can understand how people would become a cynic. Did I say it correctly?
A cynic, yeah.
Yeah, because I felt that way at one time. I thought my picker was broken. It seemed like all the relationships I got in were with toxic people. And I was like, I'm a believer in God. I know about God's plan and relationships and how they're supposed to be. So I learned that from the Bible. I had a good pastor, a good teacher, theology in church, and learned about how relationships are supposed to be. So I didn't give up hope, but my hope was in the Lord. That one scripture the Bible talks about, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Mm-hmm. And my hope was in that someone would find me that was good. Mm-hmm. And eventually that did happen for me. So that's my thoughts.
I love it.
I believe that women should not chase after a man. Let that man find you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love your perspective. Thank you, Berta, for calling in. You brought Los Angeles in the building. We're so pleased to have LA shoot the show off from the top. We love it. We love it. We love it. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I want to get your thoughts on it. Let me unpack one thing Berta said, and I thought it was interesting. She said she thought her picker was broken. Don't you realize your picker can never be broken, even when you get toxic situations? See, you think relationships don't need a detox? Well, let me flip it, invert it. You think spiritually you don't need a detox? One of the best ways to detox your spirit is to be in a relationship that's not giving you what you desire. Why? You know what comes up? Did I really want this? I asked for this. What am I asking for? How am I asking? Were my ideas about my ideal situation sound? See, sometimes you got to be in the relationship you want so you could learn that you really didn't want much for yourself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's how you recontextualize your ideas about yourself. That's how the wounds in you get exposed. I know people don't want to hear it that way. Listen, God made the universe so perfect. I mean, it is perfect. Even scientists call where we live the Goldilocks zone. You remember Goldilocks from the fairy tale, Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Listen, the universe is so perfect. How is your picker broken? Can I say it again? Your picker is your wounds. Your wounds are picking people. And everybody got wounds because everybody had everybody inherited a limited toolbox. Everybody had a limited caregiver. Now, some caregivers are better than others. I'm talking about your mama. I'm talking about your father. This is why psychologists and clinicians all over the world are writing books about mother and father wounds, right? Attachment theory, the whole nine. So don't think it escaped your household and you was raised perfect and all of a sudden you just started attracting bad people. My picker broke. And that's one of the most nonsensical ideas in the relationship world today. Everything is divine. Listen to how I'm going to word this. Everything is divinely fine-tuned. You're going to get something out of every maladaptive situation if you're paying attention to yourself and how you show up. And if you don't judge yourself in the process of learning about yourself through the holographic reflective mirror that intimate relationships are. When I come forward, the voice of reason, I'm telling you right now, we're going to keep it lit. I got so much more to say. So I see now, y'all just ignore my calls to action. I say, call in, call in, call in. Y'all be like, whatever. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like, whatever. We need those calls. Listen, if you at work, it's all good. I ain't tripping. If you at work, it's all love. Call in. Get those phone lines cracking. Remember what I said. YouTube be hiding the thumbs. Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're worth sneaking to hear the truth. That's funny. Everybody hit the like button. Can y'all hit the like button for me? Let's get those likes up. Hey, we have one super chat, and that was from Truemonger. This is my Friday. Can I get y'all to hit the super chat? The number is 1-800-920-1580. The number is 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. Can my moderators put the number in there? 1-800-920-1580. Lusa Soul, what up, Lusa Soul? Please give him a shout out. Shout out. Shout out. All right, our goal every night is to do at least $100 on the super chat. We are $95 away. Okay? We are $95 away. Can everybody hit the super chat? Show your love, show your appreciation for tonight's show. It's important that you guys have my back on this. Support, 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 okay? Please support, support, support. Suge Mac 510, always in the building. We appreciate the twos and fews that you dole out on a nightly basis. Thank you, brother. Here to show some support. We appreciate it. You took us to $7. It is much loved. It is much appreciated. Thank you, brother. John Gilbreth comes in with a haymaker. Greetings and blessings, chat, for the collection, Zoe. Thank you. This is Atala's topic tonight. It's almost impossible for someone to receive love if they've never had it, seen it, felt it, until it's gone. Yeah. Yeah. Until it's gone, and then usually too late, and goes for men and women. Yes. All right, y'all, we doing it. We all right. Let's go. Thanks you for the shout out, Lou and my friend Jack Jeff. Love your content. For sure, Joe C. For sure. We appreciate you. What's up, Zoe? What up? Oh, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, I'm talking to somebody in the chat. Oh. That's because we got full lines. Gosh, I wish you would have called earlier, sooner. We got full lines right now. That's why it just hangs up or it says goodbye. It's because we got full lines. Live in 30 seconds. Keep calling, though. I'll get you in.
Talk 1580.
Clip right after the drop. Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold, so I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. Tip for tat when I'm calling out her trauma. She too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hard enough the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy. Plus the time zone difference don't make it easy. Oh, so I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in. Yeah, yeah. So just lay back your mind. So everybody tuning in the soul. I don't have a lot of faith in hope. Hope has never served me. Hope has never enriched my life. Hope has never changed my circumstances or given me peace of mind. Hope means to wish, and to wish means to want, and to want means to be attached to a particular expectation. An expectation almost always leads to disappointment. Often what we hope for, we take little action to obtain, if we take any action at all. But even if we do take action, to hope means that we're expecting a specific result. To be without hope means that if there is something you want to do or achieve or obtain, then you take whatever action is necessary, because action is much more powerful than wishful thinking. To be without hope means to be without expectation, to be willing to accept whatever happens, whatever comes, whatever the result, because even with specific action, the outcome is never certain. When we lean too much on hope, we tend not to take whatever action may be necessary to create the circumstances for which we hope. If we only hope and take no action at all, then all we're doing is wishing. And what good has how do you know how to act though? Done? And where to go? A person may wish that the next relationship will be better than the last, and yet make no effort to improve the very way in which they relate. It may be that the very reason their relationships are so difficult is because of their own personal issues, their own personal choices, their own limiting beliefs. But instead of addressing those issues, they will hope for something outside of themselves to change. They will wish for someone else to rescue them, but rarely will they make the effort to save themselves. A person may wish for better circumstances in life in terms of their job or finances, friendships, social or even political situations, but if all they do is hope, then what chance is there for anything to actually change? It's certainly possible that something could change without our contributing.
Ooh, do you agree or disagree with his treatise? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Get to your phone lines, 1 800 920 1580. You know I was going to bring Krishnamurti into this. You should know that by now. Krishnamurti, the great philosopher, says, "This is my secret. I don't mind what happens." Many people can't live at that level of consciousness and freedom. I don't mind what happens. This is my secret. I don't mind what happens. You may be rich. You may have all kinds of faculties. You may be a specialist, a great scientist, or a businessman. But at the end of your life, has all that been a waste? All the travail, all the sorrow, all the tremendous anxiety, insecurity, the foolish illusions, that man has collected, all his gods, all of his saints, and so on. Has all that been a waste? You may have power, position, but at the end of it, what? Please, this is a serious question that you must ask yourself. Another cannot answer this question for you, but you must answer it yourself. See, many of us are hoping for a relationship Messiah, a relationship Savior, one who is anointed, who has the power to heal our unrequited wounds. That's what many people are looking for. You're going to come in and you're going to act according to what my wounds have dictated. At least that's my hope. Do you see? At least that's my hope. I hope somebody could come in and get it right. Don't you realize you got to get it right? Don't you realize it ain't going to get right until you get it right? I know this from my abject failure at it. I failed so many times in relationships. And I know the way out. And it's not through another. The way out is not through another. It is through self-reflection, self-acknowledgement, self-approval, self-esteem, self-worth, right? Self-acceptance. Everything you require for someone else to give you, you have the capacity to give to yourself. And I mean that, starting with unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, unconditional approval, unconditional forgiveness. You start giving these things to yourself, then you're going to have to ask the question, what do I need to hope for? Especially in regards to another. Hope is an intrinsic human quality that propels us forward, fuels our ambitions, and gives us a reason to strive for something better. This applies, right, with technical knowledge. You know what? If I stick to this regimen, I hope I will reach my goal. Well, yes, you can do that. If I stay dedicated to school, I hope I can graduate and get my bachelor's. Yes, you can do that. This applies to technical knowledge, but this does not apply to psychological knowledge. You cannot put your hope in someone or in something outside of yourself. You really can't. Don't we hope our children grow up and stay the course? Foolishly thinking the course we put them on was perfect or better than the course they could choose for themselves. Listen to what I'm saying. Come on now. We got callers on the line. I'm sorry. I went on a tangent. Forgive me. Carmen, San Francisco. Get in here. Carmen, you're on the line. Talk to us, Carmen.
That was quick. Hey, how are you?
I'm alive and well.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? I was listening to you just now, how you're saying that the thought of just hoping and praying and hoping, to me, I look at it as like begging the universe to give you something that maybe you're not ready for.
Ooh.
So I feel like, yeah. So maybe I think the best way to go about all of this relationship stuff is to be confident in the fact that either you're not ready for it, so it's not going to come, and maybe just to really grab onto life and live it as truthfully and as transparently as you can, and not to wither in the sadness and in the disillusion of not finding somebody else. Because I say it, I spent about a decade not dating. I just made a whole lot of friends. And it was really interesting because I just decided to stop looking. And it was a little lonely, but at the same time, it was really liberating to not be looking, to just live primarily for myself and not to wait for my other half to get to me. And because it does make you sick, I was feeling really depressed, living with a lot of toxic stuff at home, kind of lost. And so I just kind of let go and let the universe take care of it. A lot of people would look at this as letting God take the wheel. It takes a lot of work to release.
Was she still being pursued though?
Were my engineer asked a question. He said, "Were you still being pursued?"
Yeah, I was. I still had a lot of people who pursued me. I didn't like these people. I just wasn't interested in the individuals that did pursue me. So, like I said, I just made friends. I made friends. I hung out with different types of men, and I just made friends. I never actually committed to anyone or let them think that something was going to happen. And at the same time, it never actually did happen. Or maybe the fact that I wasn't expecting anything from these individuals made the 10 years of not actually being with anyone a little bit easier because I wasn't expecting a single thing. I was just living.
You know, I love that. I love that, Carmen. Carmen, guess what you just did?
Brought my city to the bed.
You better know it, San Fran. Hey, next year, San Fran, we gonna win the whole thing. Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate the caller. Thank you so much for your insight, Carmen. When I come forward, you already know we got Houston, Texas. We got Minneapolis. The phone lines are ringing off the hook right now. I'm gonna get to all of you.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to
Good stuff, y'all. We're at $32. We're at $32 on the super chat. Can I get my people to get in here and really get active? Y'all need to get active on the super chat. Come on now. It's an hour in. The hour flew by. It's 10 minutes left in the first hour. We on fire tonight. Can we get you guys to hit that super chat button? The super chat button is the little dollar sign at the bottom of the chat. Please show your love and appreciation for tonight's content. Zoe, did y'all stop uploading your show on iTunes? I've been asking. Show hasn't been uploaded since the 23rd, and we've had a lot of fire shows. I've been asking. So apparently the young lady who y'all met that does that, I don't know. Maybe she's moved on. Maybe. Here we go. I see you, Lloyd. Yes, ma'am. Live in 60 seconds. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. I'm like, my show's supposed to be uploaded every day. Here we go. Hold tight, Attila, because you are the feature of this topic. So hold tight. I'm gonna run through a couple of callers and then I'm gonna come to you. Right.
It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA.
Woo! The voice of reason and his playlist, man. I know Andy be looking at me like, okay, I see you, so that's Jack Herrera, right? Yeah. Look, Andy still want to hear something. I see you, Andy. I know you want to hear it. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. Listen, we got a great topic. And like I said, it's a heavy topic. But we have to cover it, man, because hope, right? We hope for the best. And I'm not saying hope is bad, but I'm saying let's use hope as a type of something creative for ourselves, right? I hope I find, this higher level within myself. I hope I heal myself of, or I hope I'm strong enough to demote the demands of my unrequited wounds. You demote them from the position of writing my relationship expectations, right? Maybe hope is for you internally. It shouldn't be an external desire because I think, it'll raise the propensity to be disappointed. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. Andrew from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
First and foremost, man, I just want to tell you, man, look, I've been rocking with you since 2014, my man. You got me through a lot of stuff, all right? But I'm going to be clear on this. The biggest thing that we have is people, like this shame that we carry, we are afraid to look at ourselves in the mirror. Something as minute, as simple as looking at yourself in the mirror and being honest with what you're looking at. It all starts from there as the root, to see your flaws and to be honest with your flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to turn a blind eye and then want to go to somebody else to tell me what I look like. Do you know what you look like? No, I'm asking figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what you look like? Mm-hmm. Because you will bypass your own objection of yourself to ask somebody else what they think about you.
The
and that's
nerve.
what's wrong with the whole, yeah, man. The audacity.
Right. The unmitigated gall. Keep going.
There you go.
The temerity.
That's what's wrong with it. So, like, man, I can tell you a whole bunch of stories. I know we ain't got a lot of time, so I'm gonna keep it short. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I failed. I'm honest with my failures. I was in a marriage, my man, to the point where I realized I had a baggage coming through the door. So I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to be married to the one that I thought was the one. She had everything that I thought that I needed. She did have everything that I needed because I needed to learn everything that was wrong with me while going through it with her. I started fixing my problems a year after. I'm talking counseling and anything like your books. And learning more about spirituality, anything that I needed to do to sustain this, and it still wasn't good enough. Because I realized that I subjugated myself to a standard, and that standard don't even apply. And I had to be honest with myself to tell myself that we need to go without fear. All right? It's real easy for somebody else to tell us, hey, look, love yourself. When the real thing, then you know what we do on the other end, when we hear that, we're like, hey, how do I do that? How do I stop and say, okay, Andrew, I love you? And it doesn't even resonate until I get to the crux and get to the root of why I need to feel like that. So go without fear. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself the truth and don't lie. That's all I got.
Andrew, guess what you just did, good brother?
Minneapolis in the building.
You better know it, Minneapolis land. Hey, the land of many lakes, where the Lakers originated from. Come on. If y'all want to get in here and cook like my brother just cooked it up, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. I want to get Reggie in here. Reggie from Austin, Texas. Get in here. But let me just say, Reg, you up against the clock. I'm going to have to carry you over. So get going, and then I'm going to interrupt you. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. I think the power of the whole word hope is in how you define it. And if I define it for myself instead of being defined by society, then I get more power out of that word. Hope is not idle. Hope is dynamic. So there's a difference between idleness and stillness. The power is in the stillness. It's not in the idleness. Idleness is just you spinning your wheels. It's you being passive. It's you having this scarcity mindset. Dynamic hope is you actively working on your behalf. It's you working from a position of, okay, I have what I need, but I'm just trying to maximize what I have. That's the difference between one and the other. And I define that for myself, not by the world's definition of it.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Dynamic hope. Man, Reggie is in here on fire. When we come forward, Reggie, I want you to break it down even more. The difference between dynamic hope and what would be its opposite. Yeah. Yo, we on fire. Come on, y'all. Listen, if we were to package these shows up into weeks, right? From this, man, the last few weeks, you gotta be honest, man. I knew that was you, Ida. I knew that was you from San Francisco. I knew that. Hey, listen, you got to be honest. The last few weeks, these topics have been absolutely through the roof. Am I lying? This last week alone was silly. Am I lying? Am I off? Have these topics been crazy or not? Sheesh. Suge Mac 510, thank you, man. Blood, the callers are cooking. It has been a very dummy week for sure. The topics have gnawed at my soul. Wow. Okay. Yikes. Wow. My guy be out here saving lives. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I don't like the kisses. There's something wrong up there.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with the bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I was having a drink the other night with a good friend of mine who continues to go, now what do you do again? And he asked me a question. He says, what is probably, one of the most common questions that you're asked by, hurt spouses whose spouse has cheated? One of the top questions, which I'm going to talk about today, is when is it too much? Or better said, how much can I take before I just close the door and I'm done with the marriage or partner? When is enough enough? And it's a great question. And so today, I want to do everything I can to give you the best answer possible for that. To begin the answer, there's certain characteristics that betrayed spouses look for, Is there fruit? Is there forward progress in both the marriage and the recovery work of the unfaithful? Is there an intent to heal? Is there momentum? Is there a vulnerability? Is there a desire? These are all good cues. But the reality is that I don't know, and nobody really knows when enough is enough for you, because you have to make that decision. What I really get incredibly furious about is people who try and be armchair therapists to you, the betrayed spouse, and say, you just need to. Oh, when someone starts with, you just need to, I can feel my hand coming up, getting ready to smack them across the face and tell them, listen, everybody has an idea of what they will do if infidelity happens until it happens. It's all fun and games to say, well, I would never, and if anyone ever, until you have 10, 15, 30 years together, you've got kids, you've got assets, you've got decades of history and experiences and ties and bonds. Listen, when it happens, all bets are off. The last person that you want to take advice from is the person that's never gone through it.
Man, I agree with him. I've been guilty of, come on now, get over it. No, nah, he's right. You don't know how you're going to respond to that. Tonight's topic is just bonkers. If you're just tuning in, hopeless versus hopeful. Which one are you? Hope deferred. Is your hope for the ideal relationship making you sick? Hope is a fundamental human emotion that drives our aspirations and desires. It is the beacon of light that guides us through the darkness of times. However, the concept of hope is not without its complexities and ambiguities. In the realm of relationships, intimate relationships, the interplay between hope and despair takes on a profound significance. On tonight's topic, we are aiming to delve into the radical concept of hopelessness versus hopefulness and explore the impact of deferred hope, right? In the pursuit of the ideal relationship, right? Is the ideal relationship a fallacy? Is it real? Is it a farce? Maintaining objectivity amidst longing, right? The yearning for a deep connection often engulfs us, blurring our ability to maintain objectivity. We invest our emotions and expectations into finding the ideal person, partnership, and or intimate relationship, hoping it will fulfill our deepest desires. Yet, is it possible to strike a balance between hope and objectivity? Can we navigate the realm of relationships with clear-sightedness, avoiding the pitfalls of desperate longing? We will examine the ways in which we hope. I don't want to say that. We will examine the ways in which hope can cloud our judgment, and we will try to explore strategies to maintain objectivity while nurturing the flame of hope. Man, tonight's topic is deep. We got callers on the line, man. And I want to get back to Reggie from Austin, Texas, because Reggie is a cold piece of work and he was cooking. Reggie, please get in here and finish your thought, my friend.
Cool. I think your hope is it can turn into despair if you define it incorrectly. And I think that the definition has to be one of strength and not one of weakness. If you're working from a position of what you don't have and what you can't get, then you'll never get anything. Langston Hughes had a poem called Dream Deferred.
Mm-hmm.
And he said if your dream is deferred, then it does two things, one of two things. Either it rots or it boils over.
Mm.
When it boils over, you just get angry and you just tear up everything.
Mm-hmm.
When it rots, you just let it die. It's a third choice, though, and that third choice is hope. Hope is working toward it, and the value of your hope is what you do while you wait, okay? So you can't go into despair because you have everything you need. You're just trying to maximize that thing, and that's all it is.
Reggie, you just tapped on something big. Many people lack the capacity to continue to hope while they're hurting.
Yeah, and I hear you, and that's a real thing. But are your feelings more than your facts? Are your feelings more than the reality that you are stronger than everything you're going through?
But what I'm saying is many people are like bears. They don't know their own strength.
Point taken.
Right? They don't know their own strength, and they don't know the capacity of their love. Sometimes listen to what I'm about to say, Reggie. You tell me what you think. Sometimes we promote pain, right? In other words, we will aggrandize the power of pain because it hurts. So we'll say, you know what? I ain't never felt nothing like that. And that is what we focus on. What you focus on, you get more of, correct?
Yes.
So that is a promotion of pain. So when you, as a human being in a relationship with another human being, you are going to hurt them at some point. They're going to hurt you. But what you focus on is what you're going to expand. So many people, once they feel pain, that's the only thing they can focus on. What are your thoughts?
I think that's the only thing they focus on because that's the first thing they focus on. But I understand, and I'm not trying to deny the reality of your pain, but I am not going to deny the reality of your power.
Ooh!
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can feel both at the same time. I can feel pain, and I can feel, my anxiety, and I can work through it because my power is more than my pain.
But many people, let's just be real, Reggie. Once they feel that pain, nothing else matters.
Yeah, it hurts.
Then,
it hurts. I get it.
Now watch this. Watch how dysfunction and toxicity comes in. When you know you got a good person, but you've learned to withhold nurturing, love, kindness, empathy, forgiveness. You've learned that from somewhere, right? Your ego is saying, he played in your face. He played with you. Don't do that. And then you withhold the hope that is necessary for the healing. Talk to me, Reggie.
You withhold the hope in the situation, and you withhold the hope from yourself. And so you're starving yourself of what you need, and you can give that to yourself. You can hope in a situation, and you can also hope in yourself. And I think if you get wrapped up in the feelings of your pain, you kind of strangle the hope of yourself.
Oof.
And that's the death blow right there. Yep.
Hey, brother.
That's it right there.
Guess what you just did, man?
Brought Austin in the building.
Austin, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city into this national discussion, we've been all over the place tonight. We started in LA. We've been to Minneapolis. Have we been to Texas yet?
Nope, San Fran.
We went to San Francisco. We all over the place tonight. Listen, bring your city, your state into this national discussion. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. You already know who we got next. Nikki from the SIP. Oh, Lord, let's do it. You not ready for Nikki from? Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to come forward. And then when we come full circle, then we're going to bring Nikki from the SIP because she needs her intro. When we come forward, we going to Mississippi, y'all. Hey, I'm staying on point. You got to call in and say that. You got to call in and represent that thought, please. Come on.
And today I want to talk to you about what do you do when you feel hopeless. And this is a bit of a more of an intense video. And I received this email from someone who follows me, sent me this email, and she writes, I just turned 70 years old. Although I look younger, yes, I have issues with not looking young enough, and I haven't been in a relationship for almost 9 years. I felt this sadness listening to the phone call because I recently have been thinking it would be nice to have a partner, but thinking it can't happen. I failed before so many times, etc., etc. And there's something inherently wrong with me. I'm not really lovable. Honestly, I don't know if I would even know love if it hit me in the face. And I don't know if I've ever really loved or been loved. I've been married once before and had 2 significant relationships, but I spent most of my life single. My question for you is, and I know you'll say, of course there's hope, but can I ever really believe this? I've taken so many transformational programs, I've read so many books on relationships and codependency, etc., and I'm still not in the relationship that I want. Please give me some words, Donna. Well, I'm really appreciative of Donna for sending that in, because just sending a message like that takes courage. And maybe you've had times in your life where you felt like it's hopeless. You felt like you've read the books. You felt like you've taken the courses. You felt like you've poured your heart and soul into this thing called relationship, this thing called love, and you're still empty-handed. You're looking around your life and you still don't have the relationship that you want. And so the question becomes at this moment, what do you do? Do you yield to the part of you that says there's no hope, it's not in the stars for me, maybe it's never going to work out, maybe I'm destined to be single? Or do you claim a different thought? Do you claim a different part of yourself? A part of yourself that actually does believe in hope? Because here's the deal. You wouldn't be watching this video if there wasn't at least some part of you, maybe some corner.
Hey, do you agree or disagree with what he's saying? But I heard somebody in the chat basically said hope equals lack. It's an acknowledgement of lack. Ooh, it's an acknowledgement of scarcity. That's what somebody in the chat said. But is it also a magic word? A magic feeling like abracadabra? Is hope equivalent to that? Where you say, man, I believe I can do this. Or is it acknowledging that you don't have it? Ooh, Andy, they done got Andy riled up. Andy.
You know, initially I was going to say, nah, I don't like what the person said in the chat, right? But yes, hope does indicate a level of lack, but at the same time, hope represents a motivation to act, whether you act or not.
Okay. I like that, Andy. I like that. Oh, you know we got to get Nikki from the SIP in here on this. Oh, here we go. Let's do it. I stood on the banks of Jordan one day. Stood on the banks of Jordan. Yes, I did. Come on in here, Nikki. Hey, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, Nikki?
I got all kinds of thoughts on this man. So let's start with some definitions, because that helps me understand. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Now, from my perspective, food for thought. A faith person, whatever faith you mantra to, can never be without hope, because to me that suggests, or should never be without hope, because whatever your faith system is, there should be enough on the inside of you of that, so that when you are in a trying period, you have something to draw upon.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to take that hope in a trying period to manifest you out of deprecation or struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you asked about the heart being sick. Proverbs tells us that hope deferred makes the heart sick. My thoughts on that statement makes sense, because it suggests to me that if you are deferring the hope, that means you're putting it down the road or in a place that you are not presently. Which for me was this, that something's happening in my faith place, which I just said I should never be without the hope of, because I have enough faith, scripture, word of God, the Quran, whatever your mechanism is down on the inside of me that says, no, whatever my faith system is that I'm going whole hard for is going to bring me out. I'm going to manifest what it says. God is going to bring it to pass, whichever God you roll with. All of those things
Mm-hmm.
should be happening when I've done my work or I'm doing my work.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be in positions where we cannot manifest. Now, when we're talking about our intimate relationships, it would make sense that it might be more difficult if we live in this place where we have an ideal. I think we're getting caught up sometimes on hope and ideal. Because ideal means satisfying one's concept of what is perfect
Mm-hmm.
and most suitable, which is going to be a struggle because we're whips, so there's not a perfect. But we combine an ideal with a hope, and then we defer it to somewhere down the road. In 5 years, I'll be happy. In 5 years, I'll be wealthy. In 2 years, our relationship will be better. Then we have missed what is presently before us, which might really be really good and really cool, in the sense that I am not approaching my existence with you, staying in the now, with an idea of what it's supposed to be. I'm working on the love part. Remember, I say all the time, now love is, to the extent that I can grow that spiritual part of me big enough to accept what you're going to show up with. That might not be really cool. Okay. Now, how deep do you want to go with that? Have you experienced someone or having infidelity in the intimate relationship? Yes, but me being somewhat of a unicorn, well, I got all kinds of questions about that. Well, why is it happening because you're just
a man?
Dog chasing cat?
Right.
Okay. Is it happening because of a lack of something that I am withholding from you? Is it happening because of something that's going on with you? Very often as women, we like to put it out there on whoever the other participant is. But I humbly submit that's not happening because of her or him. That's happening because of the two of you. And the issue is between the two of you. So now we got to talk about, well, what is causing this? What is the precipitant? If I am then wounded as a result of said infidelity, and for some that may be a mortal wound, you're living with kryptonite for a long time. So your defense shields are down. So you're not going to be approachable in the same manner that you would if that had not occurred with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that space, this is where the hope comes from, because now I've got to have something bigger, stronger than me to draw upon to help me exist through the experience that you're putting me through that is clearly not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
But I've grown my love enough to stand and deliver while this thing is going on, and we got to figure it out.
Ooh, wait, hold tight, Nikki. Nikki be putting it on us, man. Hold tight, Nikki. You got to come forward with us. Lord have mercy, we on fire tonight. Listen, if you want to get involved, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. We got more on the other side. There's a better place waiting for you. See, I'm never know if you don't take control of your problems. Be a superstar. He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with What up, y'all? Man, I'm just starting. I'm looking at some of the chat. Yo, it's a trip in there for sure. The chat be tripping sometimes for sure. Man, I can't wait to just go home, man, and go to sleep. Wait, I'm staying on point. Didn't you call in? I know I saw your name on there. Okay, this dude got to get blocked. I don't see you. Your name isn't up there. I don't see you. Man, the damn commercials be longer than the show. Thank you, sir. Man, I've been here damn near 3 years. 60 seconds.
Last clip, let them rock. Yeah, to the clip? All right. So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected. Neglected my effort, a fell with no trust. Pretty games and affairs that be tearing us up. If things are picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need a little This one is about how to let go of hope when there's no hope left. And that could apply to many of you. So here we go, and I am going to read this question. Catherine writes, Dear Susan, I'm a 26-year-old female, forever single. I was focused on my studies and career and started dating late. I met someone while I was abroad short term, and for the first time in my life, I felt wanted, desired, and this feeling was reciprocal. How do I stop hoping when there's no hope for us? How to tell for a beginner if it's love or lust, the result of manipulation, or a seduction skill? Wow, this is rich. Okay, firstly, Catherine, thank you for this. Okay. Not to make light of it, I know it seems like you're forever. You're 26. Okay, you're not forever single. You're not 86. If you were 86 and
Right.
you know, Susan, I've never had a relationship my whole life. I think my time is passing me by. I'd say, well,
Yeah.
you could be onto something there.
Right.
But Catherine, you're 26. You are not unlike many of my clients. I work with clients all over the world, and there are certain nationalities that very late in life explore their sexuality.
Man, you got time. You 26. Tonight's topic, man, it's been so fire, man. I'm so excited about all the phone calls. I mean, the phone lines have been jacked the whole night. I love it. 2 hours of phone calls. Let's get them all in. Nikki from the SIP, please give me your final thought as you were cooking before we went forward, and now we've come full circle. Now we back to you. Talk to me.
Just that we would consider, if you're applying hope in your intimate relationship, understand that you are attaching an expectation for a certain outcome to something perfect in a relationship.
Mhm.
That's a program set up to fail. And then if you defer it, then you're putting all of that energy in a place that you are not presently. And if what you really want is to draw in whatever your definition of ideal is, you can't put that someplace other than where you are.
You can't put that.
It should be no. It should be riding with you all the time, because otherwise, how do you manifest it?
Wow. How do you manifest what you are not, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Ooh.
If you keep saying it's out there, then that implies that it's not where you are, and that's what you want, or at least that's what you're saying.
I love it.
It's hope that you are right now, even in pain, even in suffering, even in enduring, exactly what you want right now.
I love it. Nikki, guess what you just did, sweetheart?
I miss you guys. I brought the SIP in the building.
You brought the SIP in the building. We miss you too. Thank you for the call. We got callers all over the country. Let's get in the creator of the topic, Attila from Houston, Texas. Attila, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Yes, how are you? I am okay. I am okay.
We sure?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I've been just loving everyone's feedback tonight. It's been really, really good. They've taken it to, I don't know, galaxies and atmospheres wasn't even aware could be taken to. So that's pretty cool. But I'll just say a little bit and then leave my piece. So it kind of brought to mind some things, right? So if your hope for an ideal relationship is making you sick, then receiving it when you're spiritually unprepared can kill you. I mean, I don't mean, like some sort of gruesome physical way. I mean, you can die in many ways, spiritually, mentally, right? But you think about people having all these constructs and lists and things of that nature. My question is, if you got every single thing on that list, would you even really still be happy? Because I guarantee you're going to find something to complain about.
We always do, right?
Right. I mean, if we're talking about works in progress, right? Your desire or your, that neediness of that outcome, that should never be greater than the practicality of what you're really dealing with, your reality. So I think that we like delusions, and we like to have something that we can say others don't have. And so that kind of fuels that hope, that ego, that fear, all of that. And so, I don't know. I think that balance is necessary. But I didn't really get on here to preach. I really like what everyone has said tonight. And, yeah, that's all I got.
We love you, Attila. Thank you for the fire topics. Guess what you just did?
All right, Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building, man. Y'all better get on this roll call. We on fire tonight. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I'm going, oh, I got time. Okay. John from Mountain View, Hawaii. Get up in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, brother?
First off, greetings and blessings, chat. And so, thank you for allowing me to get back on the line again.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, after all of that good cooking,
here we go. Here come John. All right, John, come on.
I'm gonna give you something simple. I'm gonna give you something simple because I'm a simple person. The simple fact is Oculus touched on something that was stated virtually throughout the whole thing, and then on the simple fact that this happens to be Black History Month, where a whole lot of hope brought us to this place where we are right now.
Ooh, come on, John. Come on. Bring Hawaii up in here with all the lava. Let's go.
But the simple fact is, yeah, hope can be deferred if you're laying everything in your basket on it and it fails. Yet you still got to pick up the basket and the mess to continue on. That's what we've been doing all our lives as Black folks. But something as simple as, because again, I break down things very simple because I'm a guy and I try to make things easy for myself as I progress these one step at a time days. Back to Oculus, because you do have something very unique that no one else has, and that is you. Why not you being the perfect person that you are, the perfect universe that God has made within you? And when was the last time you said something as simple as got in the mirror, told yourself the lie or the truth, or you love yourself? Or something as simple as when you open up your own door to your own place. Have you told yourself, welcome home?
Wow. Wow. Have you told yourself, welcome home? Woo.
Something as simple as that brought love back into my spirit. Something as simple as that brought the journey back into my life. Something as simple as that got me ready to go back to Special Forces and do all that madness. And not just the Special Forces of defending this nation or defending the people that I love, but somebody more important to all of that.
No, I got you, brother. I got you. Man, guess what you just did, brother? You know what you just did. What did you just do, brother?
The lava flows, bro.
The lava flows, Mountain View, Hawaii. That was John, man. We all over the map up in here. When I come forward, I'm going to Long Beach and I'm going to Florida. Oh, hey, you see that? Long Beach to Florida. Boy, we on fire. What music, bro? I don't know. C. Irving, what up? From the beach to the cocaine state. Word. Chris R. What up, Zoe? Chris, man, you came in here late, bro. We almost 2 hours into this thing. Can y'all update Chris on what we've been talking about? Please share with the brother Chris what we've been talking about. Great commercial. I said great commercial.
No clip.
I love the way the sun shines down on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe's playlist is out of control. That's Bilal, Between Us Two. No, that's not Between Us Two. Between Us Two. It is Between Us Two. Yeah, Between Us Two by Joseph Lineberg. But that's Bilal singing. Between Us Two. Yay! All right, let me get my final callers up in here, man. We on fire tonight, man. Great topic. A lot of positive input from all over the country for 2 hours straight. Phone lines jam-packed. Let me get Lloyd in here. I'm sorry I'm staying on point. He's been on for a long time. Lloyd from Florida. Get in here, Lloyd. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
First off, good evening, man. How you doing?
I'm alive and well, good brother. How are you?
All right, all right. I'll be kind of quick.
Mm-hmm.
It was a while. 35 years with this person, 32 married, and it took me that long of hoping that someone else would change, and I realized that the change I needed wasn't me. You know, I don't even look at it as wasted time. I looked at it as a learning experience. You know, and I used to wonder, man, do I have more to give? I got more time behind me that I got in front of me. I was thinking that when I went to Africa for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I came back. Of course I do. So, all right, brother, good show, man.
Hey, man, we love you, brother. You already know that. And thank you for that gift, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you for thinking of me. Hey, but I do, man.
I'm from Chicago.
Hey, he in Florida right now. He all over the place. He was in Africa 2 weeks ago. My man is moving around. We love Lloyd. Hey, Lloyd, we appreciate you, man. Call in anytime, brother.
I appreciate you, bro. Y'all whole staff. All right.
All right, now. All right, here we go. I'm staying on point. Long Beach, California. Begun with LA? We're going to end with LA. Let's go. Let's go. Come on in here, Long Beach.
Hey, Alafia family.
Alafia. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, so much. Great topic, great callers, everything. I put in the chat Hope Equals Black because I've read a few books from Abraham Hicks, and she talks about, hope and the frequency of lack. And that's what it is. I agree that, while you're hoping you do have to be busy. But if you're sitting there, basically wishing, oh, I hope this will happen, that's like you hoping that you'll get skinny, but you still eating the way that you're eating.
Right.
The universe is gonna deliver your frequency. So when you are in a state of lack, when you are in that frequency, is going to give you exactly what you're emitting. And that way you're going to keep chasing that hope, and you're not being busy with it. You're just like, oh, I hope this will happen. I hope that'll happen. You have to, like how she says, you have to be in that essence of, I'm in that good relationship. When you wake up in the morning, yes, I have a great relationship. That way you're emitting a great relationship to the universe so it can deliver. Yeah, it kind of looks like fake it till you make it, but you have to believe, because hope is putting it externally. And when you put it internally, then you can match with the universe and get exactly what you need.
Girl, you know I love you. I appreciate you for calling in and sharing that good game. I appreciate you. Guess what you just did?
Got the LBC in the building.
LBC in the building. Zoe's final thought, real quick. Hope, Old English, hopian, right? Is, having the theological virtue of hope. Hope for salvation, mercy, trust in God's word. Also to have trust, have confidence, assume confidently or trust that something is or will be. Hope is or will be, right? Let me just say this. A lot of people get caught up on the words, not knowing what words are, but yet still recognize that when you speak certain words, you're also speaking spells. You're casting spells, incantations. Know what the words mean, not just from the dictionary, but also from their etymological root. If hope means salvation and mercy, and I'm telling you, hope is an internal job, just like happiness is. Imagine what happens when you give yourself mercy, when you are the Messiah of yourself. You start hoping that others show up in the way you need them to less. Why? Because you show up right. You show up in alignment with the truth of who you are. That's what the word hope means. Salvation, mercy, as in God's word. Can you imagine if you had that kind of inner hope? All right. Remember, it also means to wish for, from the early 13th century, right? Well, then hope is the same thing as vote, because vote comes from the Latin votum, which means to wish, right? You say, oh, I don't believe in wishes. Well, the black woman was the first witch. She was the first one to spit an incantation, I should say. Age or sorongo. That's our mothers. Huh? That was our culture. We're getting back to African spirituality now. I know y'all don't want to hear it put that way. Hope, right? Let me just say, Confucius said it this way, and this is an incantation. Listen, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Well, go back to your Bible. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You have the power to speak life or death into your situation. Many people speak death because fear is in a leadership position in their soul. Do you understand? If you saw hope from its etymological root, and it means what? Mercy? Imagine the mercy you could give yourself. Imagine the self-forgiveness you could give yourself. Okay, I started the conversation. It's up for you to finish it. You already know who's next. My girl, your girl, our friend. She's in the building. Of course, Jill Monroe, RSVP with Jill Monroe. The fire shall continue. I'll see y'all next week with another slate of slappers. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.